Jag har aldrig legat Ja, vi var
Seven maybe.
Seven maybe.
Good morning. Can we start? Some people send text messages saying today not to have this semester assessment. Today we are planning to have this one, right? MCQ, that question. Midterm assessment today, no. Some people requested not to have it today because they are not attending or something like that. So we'll shift to the next week then. We have to be fair enough, right? Okay, no? Shall we start with the practical one and then because we have to discuss today we have a marathon. 2 sessions, no? It's a marathon. It's a marathon. Okay, doesn't matter, but I'm not pretty sure that I can continue till 3:30, but somewhere like 2:30. That's a big relief for many guys I had. Okay, by the way, we'll start with this notes that what we are taking note. And then we will complete like, one from property, plant and equipment, one from the current asset, maybe one from the other height. So like, and then P&L 1 or 2 items, and then we'll go into practical audit opinion. So then you guys, what's a qualified opinion? And things maybe can understand it rather than straight away we go there and discuss. This is what qualified opinion, this is what disclaimer. First, we will discuss background and then we will move into that. Okay. Which one we are taking? Rather we think what is the First thing we First thing we have done, right? Sorry. Is the only road you go? Okay. That's the other one. Okay, we'll start with the note, land building. Some people, I can see they were not there, but we are currently discussing how to verify some of the financial statement items. Because we already have done audit evidence topic. There are the financial statement assertions we have discussed. Now you guys, I know that you have this good knowledge, but just to refresh. Financial statement assertions when we practically, want to apply and, to do the verification, how those come into effect. Only what we are currently discussing. We have started with land and building. Yet to complete. I think the first financial statement assertion, existence, we took together, right? Existence. Online people, can you hear?
Yes, sir. Good morning. Thanks.
Good morning. Very good morning. Sorry, yeah. Okay. It's not that I have ignored. But I just want to check. Okay. So existence we have already done. What's the next one? The financial statement assertion. Balance sheet items. First, the accountant assumes assets were existed at the balance sheet date. Ideally speaking, midnight 12. Balance sheet prepares when? Midnight 12. That's the type of ERP and other systems. After 12, it's the next year. So midnight 12, accountant assumes land and building were existed. As an auditor, you want to do all these verifications, gather some evidences, and make sure that assumption is correct or not. For example, if the assumption is correct, you may issue a clean opinion only on the existence of the land and building. Our next topic, audit opinion. Fine. I can say theoretically people can, apply the parrot theory or something like that. We have only 5 audit opinions. These are the 5 audit opinions. But I don't know whether you can really understand if you don't understand the vicinity. Vicinity is surrounding what we are discussing currently, Okay. So all these audit procedures with respect to the existence of land and building. If you are satisfied, then maybe a clean opinion. If you are not satisfied, maybe other than clean opinion, we will decide when we go to the next topic, audit opinion, how we want to decide whether it's adverse opinion, whether it's a disclaimer, or maybe even an emphasize of matter that we will discuss our next topic. But this is still we are at the verification stage. Okay. What is the next assertion? Land and building. It's there in your notes. Huh? Next assertion. People online. Next assertion, land and building. Existence done. And good that we are not having a big semester assessment. No, the assertion I'm asking. Existence done. Online people also. Where is the note? Note. Not this note. I'm asking financial statement assertion note. Where is it? First, existence. Number 2. Brother? Loudly? No, not you. Come, yes. Huh? Completeness by the power. That is also. It's like in a Kanamutti scene, no? You're trying like,
Valuation.
This. Yes, rights and obligations. If it is an asset, you should have a right to use. If it is a liability, you should have obligation. If it's an asset, you should have a right to use as an entity. If it is a liability, you should have a obligation, rights and obligation. So our item is land and building, asset. So we have to talk about rights. How do you verify whether entity, organization having a right to use the land? How do you verify as auditor? Accountant assumes. Accountant assumes. How the auditor can verify and say, you are right. Your assumption is correct. You have a right to use the land legally. What's the document?
The deed of the land.
Deed. Land deed. Which color the land deed in Sri Lanka? Color. Color. This is white. Yes, I'm right. Yeah, right. Now, as an auditor, how can you make sure this deed is a valid deed? Sri Lanka is very popular for these fabrications, falsified documents, you guys know very well, no? How many times passports, NICs, birth certificates, for them like nothing, no deed. How you can make sure this deed is valid? How many guys here currently in audit firms? No, I'm serious. How you can make sure the deed produced by the organization is a valid document? How do you make sure that? Leaving until the break. Okay. Okay. When it comes to building, how do you make sure the building, this is the building, land is the other storage. How do you make sure building organization having legally right to use? Not a land, building. It's land and building. No? Lease agreement, quite a good attempt. There are few scenarios you all have to take into consideration when it comes to building. The one classic, the rather popular way in Sri Lanka, what? Put up a building. You give a design to these guys, construction and all, they will put up a building for you, even a house nowadays. Then you must have construction agreement. And this organization name should be there as a client. Or this guy what said lease agreement. There is a building, you want to acquire the entire building because you love the building, the way that is designed and everything. I don't know whether CS Sri Lanka, this one probably they have acquired. So then you have what this guy said, lease agreement. And organization name should have as a lessee or lessor. Lessee, lessee. What else the documents? Valuation reports, okay. But in conjunction with construction agreement, lease agreements, what are the other ways that you can acquire? Is that only construction or getting on a lease basis? Huh? Rent agreement, oh, hang on. Rent is out of the story. If it is for rent basis, you can't bring into the balance sheet. We are talking about balance sheet right now. Then you don't have a legal right to use. You have a right to use legally. Hope you guys know the difference. Lease agreement okay, construction agreement is okay. One more one. That is the most popular one. There is a house. And you want to buy that house. What do you do? Take the wallet, give the money, buy the house. Outright purchase. You give the cash, buy the house. If you are rich, then have a cash. That should be the number one. Then what should be the document? It's not a lease. It's not a construction. It's outright purchase. What's the document? What's the document? People online also can try. We are not ignoring you guys. Okay. Two things at the break. Deed, how do you say deed is original? Number two, if an organization did outright purchase of a building, how do you verify as auditor? Organization having a legal right to use. Tell me right down anyway. Subtopic. Legal rights to use. Legal rights to use. Subtopic. People who are not there last week might have some confusion about the note structure that we are taking. We have to have a subtopic, financial statement assertion as a subtopic. Under that, you have to write down the procedures. Legal rights to use. How many already written? 8. How many? Last week. No, you can. Seven only. Number 8. Verify the land deeds. Verify the land deeds. Make sure an organization has a legal right to use the land. After long time. I'm right. No, no, it's the other way. He will say, no, no, after long time you want. Number 9. Verify the construction agreements. Construction agreements. Lease agreements. Lever space and the brake. Lever space, sufficient space. You only brother. No, I'm just kidding. To verify an organization has a legal right to use the buildings. Any other indirect way of no, don't write, please. Any other indirect way of verifying ownership? Indirect way of what is that? Okay, but good attempt, but that is more attached than maybe part of the league, maybe I know. But you understand. Any other way that you can say, let's say for example, D is not available. Example only. You can't conclude, I cannot verify the ownership as auditor. That's not nice, no? You know, or deed is not available. Then you can't say, no, then I cannot ascertain, confirm the ownership of a land. That's not nice. Any other way of ownership verification that you can do? Huh? Rates. That's very good. Last week also we discussed. Rates. If the organization paid the rates on the name of the organization, and the where this girl, what she said is coming out now. She said on the rent basis, then the rate should be paid by landlord. You are the tenant. See the point? In that document, what you paid the rates and issued by the divisional secretary office, your name should be there as a payee. That's a good attempt. What else? Utility bills. Good attempt. This is the way you have to think, as auditor, as much as the audit evidences, I am confident. How can I do that? These are the ways. What else? Any other way? This land or building belongs to this organization. I have the evidence for that. Last week, what we have discussed can bring here again. Last week already written. Maintenance. On the name of you, organization. Okay. Next one, number 10. Verifying, verifying the source documents pertaining to payment of rates and taxes. Rates and taxes indirectly provide the evidence on legal ownership of L&B. L&B, land and building. 11. Verifying the utility bills in recent past indirectly provides the evidence an organization legally owned L&B. L&B. 12. Verifying the maintenance related source documents indirectly provide evidence that organization legally owned the L&B. Legally owned the L&B. I can remember last week when I was asking why land is not depreciating. Many of you guys find some difficulties to exactly provide the answer, which is the truth. But that can't be people at this stage of CA, especially studying for accounting. I want to tell this at least today. Because you have to have very good knowledge about the accounting standard, which are very popular. LKS number 1, LKS number 2, LKS number 9. LK is number 12 even. LK is number 16. Otherwise, who? If people like you, you are on the field, battlefield, at the ground. Currently, you are playing. You don't have that knowledge. You have a question mark. Correct? Anyway, please update with you know all these things. There is a mantra or kind of this one. You can't be an auditor having, basic average knowledge in financial accounting. If you have a basic average knowledge in financial accountant, forget about be auditor. Please. Some high level, still forget about. Pinnacle, master, think about be auditor. And you got my point. As a friend only, I'm sitting here. Though I am, standing in front of you, don't take as a lecture. As a friend, I'm saying. Average knowledge, don't even think. Some level, I'm saying as a friend, forget about. Be auditor. Master. Eligible. Be a master of financial accounting. Accountant definitely will take you for right. Now in that, not smart. Not enough smart to be, but my word is master. Now, what is the next? And I'm feeling like, the audience I have work attached to good companies in Sri Lanka, they know this. Please. What's the next assertion we have? Existence done. Legal rights to use done. Next one. Valuation. Good. Let's have a subtopic. Valuations. Don't take serious what I said. Anna. As a friend, I told you, as a friend only I'm saying. Yeah? I'm using single position. What the answer was have that tag with you if you are a chartered accountant, want to be a. It is not difficult. It's not difficult. It's a matter of every day have a practice reading, searching Google. Whenever CS Sri Lanka sending you notices, read those things. Talk to people who are good in tax, but you are poor. Talk to people who are good in valuations, you are poor. Then people will say, you also real bad. Okay, valuations. How do we now? When it comes to valuation, it's a tricky point. Always accounting standards come into effect. Valuation is that, right? Usually in LK 16, there are two ways L&B can value. Land and building can value in two ways. What others? First that revaluation. First, or revaluation. You can apply both at the same time. Or revaluation. What is cost of a land, of a building? Three components when we say a cost of a land or a building. Number one. Number one. Purchase, acquisition, construction. cost. Number 2. Loudly. No, it doesn't matter. Come on. Let's have this open discussion. Yeah. It's okay, it's okay. It's a matter of you toss out what you want to say. It will go on the air, and that's fine. Yeah. Cost of a land, cost of a building. Today after class, you're walking on the way, maybe close by, neighbor is coming. Huda, my land, first I want to determine. No, you are studying for accounting. As per accounting, when it comes to cost of a land, what are the components? Not temporary, not that, but I would say.
Qualification.
Correct. But that is subsequent, but still valid. Not the first thing, subsequent, but still valid. That quite the same as L case number 2, inventory valuation, we have a element number 2, CC, conversion cost. Number 3. Number 3. When you want to acquire a land, you want to pay 100,000 to lawyer. Do you charge to P&L or do you capitalize? $100,000 lawyer fee. Capitalize. On what basis? One more, not enough. One more reason other than that. Can we treat that as part and parcel of the land? Like, if this 100,000 does not pay, we cannot have this land. Let's have a land value upgraded with 100,000. Yes or no? Okay, perfect. She had a good thought. It's not recurring. Every day you don't buy land, every month you don't, every year you don't. On that basis, she's saying capitalize. I always want people again argue. But they will say this, but accounting. Accounting. Language should be accounting. Question mark? Probably at the page. Then Mangwagi Kaure. I'm of course okay. Alright, last week, song survey fee. P&L, capitalize. You have to pay for surveyor. What's element number 3, by the way? Let's forget about some of the, in and out discussions. But I want, you guys to, by the way, again, that we have to do a lot in accounting. Make a sense? Make a sense? Yeah. So I want to make that. Nothing. Right? We want you guys to be right enough. P, we are not up to. Let's start studying. Okay, wait about. Number 3, element number 3. First, element number 3. There you have this chance opportunity. Incidental cost. Number 3. Forget about land. Think about a building. You had to pay a tax, VAT, and all these things. Would you charge P&L or capitalize? You have to acquire a building. You have to pay VAT and some other taxes. Capitalize. Oh, bring it to VAT control account. VAT done VAT again. It's a wrong way of interpreting. Should be VAT. At the time we had a GST, everybody said GST. Since now VAT, it's quite easy to say that. But at least I want accountants to say VAT. Okay. Need how can I say? Lot of studies. Revaluation. Forget about cost for a moment. Revaluation model. Now the value is 100,000. Okay. When we revalue, that will escalate to 150,000. Then there is a gap of 50,000. What is that? Surplus or deficit? Revalue. Surplus. What's the double it?
That's everything what it's still. That maybe it's a strange. PM is
Why both? Land debit, building debit. Done. Correct. Which one is credit? Is the revaluation reserve to be credit or P&L under comprehensive other income? Which one is credit? Other comprehensive income. Why? Part of equity, don't you think that it's more suitable to bring it to revaluation reserve? Somehow like then I know what you're thinking. මුට පිස්සු මේ audit කරන්න ඇවිල්ලා accounting අහන කියලා. No, this is the way auditor must act. You should have this. Hey, your entry is wrong now. You should have this, strong this one to talk to account. Your entry is wrong, man. This is not the way. Double entry, you always. What's the standard says? If you have a surplus, before you decide it goes to the revaluation reserve or the P&L, what you must look for? Huh? Exactly correct. Whether the same land, same building previously revalued. If the answer is yes, be careful. If the answer is no, entry goes to revaluation reserve. If the answer is yes, be careful. What's the next question you must ask? Exactly correct. In a previous occasion, when you revalued, whether it's a profit or a loss, if it's a profit, still you have a chance this time to bring it to revaluation reserve. If it's a profit in a previous occasion, but if the previous occasion is a loss, standard allow you to bring it to this guy, P&L, up to that amount of loss. By the way, I want you to be masters when you want to be a smart auditors. Okay. We'll write down number 13. Check the accuracy. Check the accuracy of valuation of L and B. L and B by doing anybody knows the audit procedure here? You can verify any documents here. That's audit procedure. What's audit procedure? By doing auditor's own calculations. Auditors, apostrophe S. Auditors doing apostrophe S. Auditors own calculation. OWN, own calculations. With respect to both first and revaluation model. Revaluation model applies in the books of accounts. Applies in the books of accounts. You have to do your own calculations and argue with the accountant. Then you are a real auditor. Let me also ask a question. Can organization decide some of the assets go on a cost model, some of the assets go on a revalue? Yes or no? Some assets cost model, some of the assets revaluation model. Can or can't as per case 16? Can or can't? Can. And we also have can't. Can you elaborate a little bit? I stop at some point. I won't. If somebody wants to say can, you continue. How? That means land and building on a cost model, plant and machinery on a revalue model. Or you have sort of a category, entire category cost, entire category revalue. Individually can, or your point is category wise. Category wise. Why you want say you have any?
And since you are giving one asset or all the other assets of the same one.
Correct. Your point is correct. That's the way written in the standard. Very good. It has a further elaboration to say organization can offset a class of asset basis if you continue a particular class on a cost basis with the justification, where the other class of assets on a revaluation model with the justification, okay, allowed. Provided between the class you can't change. Okay, right. Other than doing your own calculations to verify the valuation, anything else we can do. Now, this is quite a bigger one. You do your own valuation calculation means a bigger one. But Any other thing? Any other thing other than? You want to refer to the valuers, okay? Provided company adopted revaluation model. If the first model, accountant would have done the calculations. Anybody? Other than this way, valuation is correct or wrong? Any other audit procedure? You don't know this topic. Auditors here. I know but now he has this one. Internal audit no. But see, internal audit also must have this one. Okay, it's okay that you all haven't done before this area, no problem. Other than you do your own valuation, you can get. It's a risk and all good. Those things you have to verify. Things are there. You have to get that provided revaluation model only. If the cost model accountant, you have to obtain. That you still do your own calculation. No? You are not doing your own calculation or anything. You get this document. What is this document? It covers cost and evaluation model both. No. It's a very famous in auditing. Management representation document. Management representation. Board director has to sign and say land and building. This is the value, and that is correct. In front of the court. Very. Because it's a board director sign of the account. Shall we write down that as well? Number 14. Obtaining comprehensive management representations confirming L&B valuations can be treated as indirect audit evidence. Can be treated as indirect audit evidence. Though I don't, sorry, please don't write that. Though I use the term indirect, don't have these are not important. Nah? I want to clarify which one is the basic, which one the other one. Otherwise, you have to do both in your audit. Okay. By the way, how many depreciation methodologies are available? Let's see your knowledge in that area, which is very, very popular among accountants. Depreciation, how many methods? How many methods depreciation? How many methods? How many methods? Depreciation, how many methods? How many methods? Many to how many? Three. How many? Who said four? How many? More than 100. Then Mama Nemi, you're one of the friend engineering campus. It has Google. What will happen? Why can't you guys update very young? What are the works you all have? Yesterday I worked till like 12:30, 1 o'clock. Some of the work. Not was it related? Some of the works. Till what time you study? I to find you all are not. It's like in Sri Lanka alone, most popular two, straight line and reducing. But there are another two, almost popular, sum of digit, number of units. Four in Sri Lanka most popular. Search Google and see Europe and other countries, how many they are using. I didn't ask in Sri Lanka, I asked how many. And even you said 2 or 3, somebody said 4, but I couldn't find the person. TikTok, Facebook or whatever. I'm okay as far as you guys good with other areas. You know. Okay. Half a minute. Half a minute to search this question in Google. How many depreciation methods? If you would have done so far, provided if you had interest. Now, you know where I'm working, but that's okay. Previously also, I used to attend for some interviews. Yeah, we are recruiting accountants and CA, qualified, very good, very good. And asking very basic questions. Not insulting, they are also CA, but message is different. Where is England from you? But it's a Colombo. 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 2. Next to papers or electricity board, opposite side. EAT unit, which flow? Which flow? Second flow. Function general in which flow? Seventh flow. Bigger one. Corporate tax. Also second. Yes, no. Like, if these questions asked at an interview, nonsense. But our decision whether to recruit or not is all depend. It's available. Never decide that nonsense. You got my message. That's what I want. Okay, what's the next assertion? What's the next assertion? Valuation done. Next one. Other 4. 3 done. Wait. Existence, culture application, valuation, completeness. 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 means what? Completeness means 100%. 100% means what? Hundred percent means what? 100%. For example, L&D value. L&D value is LKR 140 million in the balance sheet. On the face of the balance sheet. On the face of the balance sheet, 140 million. When we say 140 million, is this 140 million gross or net? Gross or net? 140 million on the balance sheet. Gross or net?
Sir, your screen is not visible, sir.
Sorry. 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 My mistake. Now, okay. Now,
Oh, okay, sir.
okay. 40 million LKR. Plus on it. Value. Plus on it. This 140 million on the balance sheet. Balance sheet on the face. On the face of the balance sheet. 140 million. You get a balance sheet and you can see 140 million L&B. Gross or net? Gross or net? This value is net. Plus minus. Plus minus. What you want to eliminate? Depreciation. What else? Another. Revaluation in case deficit. What else? If apply revaluation model. What else? Another. Impairment. What else? Which one? Sorry. Disposals. Disposals separately has to put an entry and bring it here. What else? Okay, there are few more. Can seriously sit and look at the case 16. Not me, by y'all. Now, completeness means 100%. 100% means this 140 million is not 141 million or 139 million. This 140 million means 140 million. It's not 141 million brought down to 140, no. It's not 139 billion pushed to 140, no. 140 is 140. That is the meaning of completeness. How to check? That is how you have to check. Get the land and building ledger account. Go to the debit side of the ledger account. Maybe you have a land separately, building separately, two ledger accounts. Can understand. Go to the debit side. Look at the date with the SD. What is SD? What's SD? Source document. You record the entries here. We already discussed. If you acquire a building, there is a document. If you on a lease basis, lease agreement. What's the date of the lease agreement? Based on that, you have to record here. Provided your accounting period is 1st April 2024 to 31st March 2025, midnight 12. you cannot have any transaction in here beyond these 2 days. You cannot have any transactions here. Source document carries the date before 1st of April 2024. No. That is wrong. Any transactions here to record source document carries the date after 31st March. That's sorry. That is also wrong. After 31st March, before wrong. After wrong. Only within the year should be there. We call this exercise cut-off procedure. As far as I know, only auditors are doing this kind of a very interesting exercise. We call cut-off procedure. Anything beyond this period, more than 100%. No? Any transaction within this period doesn't come, less than 100%. Can't be there. It should be exactly 100%. Okay, let's write up. Subtopic completeness. Carry out comprehensive cut-off cut-off procedure, comprehensive cut-off procedure by comparing relevant source documents with L&B ledger counts to make sure value appears on balance sheet is secure 100% completeness. Now this cut-off procedure, L&B, easy or difficult? Think about revenue. Easy or difficult? Very difficult. There are organizations, they do sales midnight 12 also. Selling footwear. Every minute you are selling. Think about Walmart. We already discussed, no? Every second they are selling. But land and building, you don't buy every day. You don't buy every month. You don't buy every year. Your cutoff is very easy. But you should have good knowledge what is cut off, how to do, because you have to do other areas also. Revenue, purchases, cut off. We call cut off procedure. Okay. Any other way other than cut off completeness? Any other way other than cut off? Completeness, any other way other than cut off? Management representation. Can you write down that? We have already written down that. Management representation. Write down that. Lian, kalian liwa, ekam lian, apa asal lian? Completeness, indirect evidence, management representation. Already we have written previously. Okay. Yeah. Earlier we have written obtaining comprehensive management representation. Valuation is clear. Based on that, you are right. Change accordingly the words and things. Huh? Hey, previous one. If that is blank, this is also blank. You done? Dictate what you will. Okay, but rather what we are not what's current obtaining comprehensive management. I mean, do a here not eating whether do you are a doer. You are doing it. Especially audit procedures here, you have to be doing. In that verb you are trying. Otherwise, you will be losing marks. Not for exam purpose, but you want to learn in such a way. Well, what's the next assertion? Next assertion. What's the time now? 10:31. Now asking for it. Thank you. Hola, tama ali wala Pause. Me? Okay then. But only thing maybe until 2:30, Marathon. Like break, yeah? No, we will take small 2 tiny breaks between. Now 15 minutes. Another one, maybe 12:30 or so. Lunch. After 2:30 you can have. Huh? What's that? You can done it. Thank you. It's a break. Among what then my version area itu what board kara okay kita baru ada sama mana ya lalu kita dah ada mang what inflation ni kan ada oh oh ini dari sini kita sih Mangyari ko may mangyari kasi collect. Dahil mangyari collect करने के ना वाला तीला हरी mungkin orang boleh kan dulu podcast yang ada itu dia naik ya. Apa itu ajar ko. More time off? No. Next session. Completeness done. Next session. Accounting. Subtopic. Check the accuracy. Check the accuracy. Check the accuracy. of double entries including necessary adjustments comma provisions by referring to the particular ledger accounts. By referring to the particular ledger accounts. That is number 15. Number 16. Obtaining comprehensive management representation covering the accuracy of ledger postings provide indirect evidence on accuracy of accounting. Next session, subtopic. Disclosure. Peruse කියලා කියන්නේ peruse කියන්නේ සමීක්ෂණය කරනවා. PERUSE 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 කියන්නේ උඩ ඉඳන් පහළට දෙයක් හොඳට බලාගෙන යන එකට. Peruse the comprehensive accounting notes. Peruse the comprehensive accounting notes. To satisfy with the disclosure requirement as per the accounting standards. As per the accounting standards. 17. Obtaining 17. Obtaining comprehensive don't remind my innocent parents. Obtaining comprehensive management representation. They are innocent. Huh? Obtaining comprehensive management representation covering disclosure is sufficient. Disclosure is sufficient. Provide indirect audit evidence. On disclosures. That is the last one, assertion. Let's say, for example, depreciation policy has changed from straight line to reducing balance method from last year to this year. How do you disclose this? You as auditor, what your expectation from the accountant? Land and building depreciation policy has changed from SLM to RBM from last year to this year. Straight line method to reducing balance method. What is your expectation as auditor? Disclosure. First of all, can organization change the accounting policies? Can or can't? Can. What's the condition? There are two conditions. Organization can change the accounting policies. Year on year basis. Two conditions. Two conditions. Condition number one. Approvals of all the stakeholders, shareholders to be obtained before you change the accounting policy. That is not practical. Can you obtain approvals from all the people? No. What's the number two? New accounting policy must be provide better, true and fair view than the previous accounting policy. New accounting policy should be provided better, true and fair view than the previous accounting policy. And auditor itself disclosure on what basis accounting policy has changed. Whether it's a better, true and fair view compared to the last accounting policy, previous accounting policy. That you have to check. What else you want to check? Now, last year, straight line method, this year, reducing balance method. Depreciation amounts will be changed. Yes. Depreciation amounts are getting changed now. Then the accountant has to provide the detailed list of assets, especially land and building. Sorry. If straight line method applies, these are the values. If reducing balance method applies, these are the values. And these are the differences. Straight line method depreciation 1 million. Reducing balance method depreciation 1.2 million. Difference is 0.2 million. That has to be disclosed. That has to be disclosed. That's the meaning of disclosure. You understand? Gravity. Even auditor can qualify the audit opinion if the disclosure is not sufficient. You can issue qualified opinion if the disclosure is not sufficient. Okay, so with that, financial statement assertions covered. But in addition to that, we have to also look for couple of transactions that can take place with respect to land and building in an organization as auditor. Especially from last year to this year. Last year to this year, what can happen? Land and building. New additions, acquisitions, disposals. They were covered in area. What else can happen? Additions, disposals. What else? Huh? Revaluations. What else? Depreciation in net. Impairment doesn't come. Acquisitions, disposals, revaluations. At least one more. Intercompany transfers between the companies. As an auditor, you want to check these transactions separately. In addition to financial statement assertions. If you want to do correctly land and building verification, I'm saying, okay. Can we write down that as well? In addition to above, financial statement assertions come up below transactions pertaining to L and B, pertaining to L and B should be covered by the auditor. Should be covered by the auditor. Subtopic: acquisition during the year. Acquisition during the year. Another balandone. If the land and building acquired during the year, what you want to check? Number one. Before vouchers. Physical verification also good. Before even that. What are the board resolution? Board of directors should approve to acquire L and B. Very good. Write down. That you can go by 1, 2, 3. No problem. First one. Verify the board resolutions to satisfy with board approvals have been obtained for the acquisitions. For the acquisitions. Let's say board approval is not available. What's your reaction as auditor? Board approval can help. What's the status? Board approval was not sorted before acquire. Correct. Invalid transaction. Invalid. For that you have to have knowledge. Invalid. Who is board? Board can count. Agents of owners. Who are the owners? Shareholders, only shareholders. Assets, especially non-current assets, purchase karana bad. Owners like division. Invalid transaction. After board approval, what you want to check? Sometimes board approved to purchase, acquire 20 purchase. They probably have purchased more than that, still invalid. Less than that, invalid transaction. That's what, as this girl said, board resolution එක උත්තර කියවන්න. කොහෙන්ද ගන්න කියලා තියෙන්නේ. Value එක කීයද approve කරලා තියෙන්නේ. More than that you can't buy. Be careful. These are high value transactions. Millions, billions. After board approvals, what's the next step? Board approvals. Separately, physically, you have to verify during the acquisition. What you said. Number 2, physically verify and satisfy with the existence of L&B. Next, actually, be careful when you are acquiring. There are so many of methodologies. You earlier said leasing. obtaining a bank loan and buy a land or building. Outright purchase. There are models available. So you have to definitely check the ledger accounts double entries. That is must. That is must. Next one. Verify the relevant ledger accounts. The relevant ledger accounts to satisfy with the accuracy of accounting. Now, that is what we written at the last disclosure, because during the acquisition separately when unknown that you can't put as opening balances separately or mentioned. Next one. Peruse the comprehensive accounting notes and satisfy with the accuracy of disclosures. Huh? Okay, no? Next subtopic, disposals of L&B. Disposals of L&B. During the year, dispose karana. Disposals of L&B. Number one, if the disposal taken place, number one, again, board approvals. You can't sell any assets if board doesn't approve. But change accordingly the words are known. Don't write down number two. Physical verification you can't do. Once the disposal, no point. No, you are verifying physical. It's already gone. Correct? But there is a very important thing with the disposal you have to check. What is that? One thing is a disposal gain or loss. That to be probably with the accounting that we will discuss. What is the very, very important thing with the disposal you want to check? Once you dispose, what you are getting? You dispose asset. You are getting money There are various ways money can bring into the, or money can receive by the organization. Cash. Yeah, open cash. Checks. Cash checks. Online transfers. What else? What else? Huh? You mean? Let's say, good point, but money received, way of money. Okay, now what's the problem? Which one is the most risky? Cash. Cash. Be careful. Okay, whatever method, what are the documents you must take? Disposal and Punama. Check. First, board resolution to what amount board approved to sell. Next one. Payment voucher. Receipt. The amount of the receipt and the board resolution should be equal. What is next? Okay, ledger also. Especially think about a cash side, cash transaction. Next one. Banks, before bank statement. If it is a cash, show the check before the bank statement. Somebody said deposit slip. Customer copy should be attached to the file. These things, value should be same. Next one, bank statement. The other entry, cash book. Minimum. We call walk through test. Walk through test. Frauds. People are tend to commit frauds because it's cash. Substantial amount of cash. Millions, billions. Okay, write down. Carry out. Walk through. WALK. 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 Hyphen through. Walk through. Walk. Carry out walk through test. Walk through test. With relevant source documents to satisfy with the L&B disposal transactions. Disposal transactions. ඊළඟට අර accounting එක ලියා ගන්නවද? එතන specially ලියන්න term එක disposal profit or loss check කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා. accounting එක ලියා ගන්න. ඒක ලියන්න specially disposal profit or loss to be checked කියලා by the auditor. Especially the disposal profit or loss. Peruse the comprehensive accounting notes. Peruse the comprehensive accounting notes. And satisfy with the disclosure requirements. Hmm? Disclosure requirements. Next subtopic. Revaluations of L&B. Revaluations of L&B. Number one, again board approval. Without board approval, you can't do revaluation. Put that a break on. Made a curtain, I suggest. Adu panti නෙමෙයි අර පස්සේ එක ලියා ගන්න board resolution ලියා ගන්න revaluation also you need board approval. Number two, revaluation like Kunamas specific document. What is that? If any asset revalued, there is special document. What is that? Revaluation report and the certificates that you have to check. Somebody has to sign, correct? Third party independent revaluer must be signed. Okay, write down. Verify the revaluation reports and the certificates issued by independent revaluer to satisfy with some people like note to satisfy with I know what to do. Okay, I am planning to include one area into your paper also. About 10 to 12 marks. I will give one asset. You have to write down the list. Fair enough, no? Otherwise, my time, your time, wasted. 12 marks? 10 to 12 marks. So that you have to practice. To satisfy with the accuracy of the revaluations. The accuracy of the revaluations. Sorry. Number 3 accounting. Especially revaluation gain or loss. Revaluation surplus or deficit check करना के लिए accounting के especially to check the accuracy of accounting for evaluation surplus or deficit. ඒක ලියා ගන්න වෙනම. Especially to check the accuracy of accounting for evaluation surplus or deficit. Sorry, deficit. Disclosure. Peruse the comprehensive accounting notes. Peruse the comprehensive accounting notes and satisfy with the disclosure requirements. Satisfy with the disclosure requirements. One more here. Subtopic transfers of L&B. Transfers. Transfers. That is, I think, what you are trying to say. Especially sister companies. Group A sister companies. Within the sister companies, you can. First one, again, board approval. Take a write down. Board approval. Number two, special. Yeah, I will give you. Verify, number two, verify the L&B, transfer agreement entered by the parties to satisfy with the legitimacy. Satisfy with the legitimacy of the transaction. Legitimacy means legal. Valid. Of the transaction. Number three, liagan accounting. Write down the accounting. Number three. Number four, disclosure. I think more than 90% of L&B covered. So enough as auditor. If you want to satisfy with the L&B asset, these are the at least minimum audit procedures that you have to carry out. So I will not write down plant and machinery, motor vehicles, same as this. maybe we will take one from the current asset. And enough. No need even, I don't know whether bank loan or something you want to verify, but we can take one from the current asset. What I'm trying to say, in an examination, your paper, maybe there's a probability to check one of the asset, probably non-current asset. I will not say land because that is the classroom. Maybe plant and machinery or motor vehicles. As you all requested, the MCQs also will be included. 20 MCQs. But my request, be very careful. If your answer is wrong, 0 marks. Ekai prashne. If your answer is correct, 2 marks. If answer is wrong, 0. Paper marking is doing by some other person. Probably same lecture panel, but let's say example Dilshan. So I will give him a marking scheme. That's the MC. So be careful. Any of you all know about heard asset category called qualifying asset? Qualifying asset. Yes. What is qualifying asset?
Asset which is long-term benefits.
Not exactly correct.
Construction take long.
I can understand you know what is qualifying asset, but interpret karna vidiya podi prashnak තියෙනවා. There is an asset, but it takes substantial period of time to generate economic benefits. Example. Okay. What's the specialty of qualifying asset? Special accounting treatment of qualifying asset. Yes.
The interest of the loan can be capitalized
Can be capitalized.
Once the construction is done and we are getting benefits.
No, it's the other way around. In the period of construction, interest cost can be capitalized. ඊට පස්සේ charge to fee එක. So if you happen to identify any qualifying asset, but you have a good knowledge. Okay, right. We'll take one more from we'll take one asset from current asset category and we'll reasonably conclude the balance sheet with that. Maybe liability also, but current asset we will take. Shall we take trade debtors? Trade debtors. Verification of trade debtors. New topic. Verification of trade debtors. And I already told you 20 MCQs, 40 marks. one 10 to 12 marks practical auditing for the legal. Pursue audit opinion about 15 marks. So 65. Audit evidence, code of ethics, balance 35. Be ready. Yeah? Paano para optimal ni asu anu 100. Verification. Yes. If you take trade data, we have a specific industry. Trade data's risk hari very. Specific business industry in Sri Lanka, trade data tamai risky ma balance sheet item. The highest risky balance sheet item is trade data in this industry. What is that? Banking, no. I know that you have NPL and all these things, correct? No? Still NPL is there? Yeah. But you guys are managing, huh? Somehow correct. What's the industry? FMCG. Do you have letters? FMCG hardly, no. So detergent, coconut, rice, dal, FMCG, that's it. What's the industry? Very famous, me alamanat thiru. It's leisure, hotel. Why? Can you stay at a hotel one night and leave without pay? Hard. Most of the hotels you have to pay in advance. Then why I am saying trade data is high risky? Don't only consider people like you and me that they go to hotels. The biggest business of hotels is inbound and outbound. A separate, dedicated flight of bunch of people, they come, they stay, they spend the time, enjoy the food, and they say goodbye. After a couple of months only, they pay. That we call charter group, charter category of guests in hotels. Hotel lake arambala to balance sheet. Provisions. That's the reason, na? Okay, we'll start. I want you guys to write down first 3. Opening balance, sample, same as land and building. First one, opening balance. Check the accuracy of opening balance. Take a look. Oh. Ah. Why are the Korean? I'm saying, why are the Korean about Italia? This is come from the yes, yes. Ari, Mataderna. Okay. Ari, thank you. Sure, sure. Finish or not finish? Finish. First three. So මේ අර අතනින් ඩ්‍රෝවින් එකක් ඇඳලා මේ එවල දිනවා මම ඔයාට එව්වා. ඒක පොඩ්ඩක් ඕකේද කියලා බලලා කන්ෆර්ම් කරන්නලු මේ මට ටක් කරලා දාන්න ඕකේ නෑ ඕකේ කියලා. එතකොට එයා මේ ඕඩර් එක දාන්න මම එව්වා. Okay, first subtopic existence. Existence. If first three completed, sorry. I'm sorry.
Getting fat.